welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at some really interesting reflections sparked by a video teaser.
Oh, yeah. Which one?
It's from the Vietcetera YouTube channel. The title translates roughly to, When Love is Not Just Romantic Love, it's a Season 4 teaser for Yulon.
Okay, got it. So, love beyond romance. What's the angle?
Well, it gives these little glimpses into someone's life, and you see how it's all tangled up with, like, Vietnamese identity, art, and, well, the struggle of chasing big dreams.
Interesting. So, personal story, but with these bigger themes woven in.
Exactly. And that's what we want to unpack, how those threads connect.
Sounds good. It's always fascinating how, one person's experience can kind of reflect these larger societal things, history, culture.
Totally. Okay, so first up, who? The person in the teaser mentions who as where their path of resistance began.
Resistance? Against what?
It seems linked to the desire for national independence. It's clearly a powerful memory, and they do mention the difficulties of that time.
Right. So, who isn't just a city for them, it's like a symbol, the starting point for a major life commitment.
Yeah, and the fact they mentioned hardship. It wasn't just an idea, it was something they actively engaged with.
Definitely sounds like it. The power of place, how certain locations get tied up in our identity.
Mm-hmm. And then there's this other layer. Despite the war, the hardship in Vietnam.
Yeah.
The teaser talks about this really long-standing cultural tradition and a drive to share Vietnamese culture, especially art, with the world.
Wow. So even in the middle of all that conflict, there's this strong cultural current.
Seems so. It says a lot about resilience, doesn't it?
It really does. And wanting to share the art internationally, that suggests a deep pride, wanting to show the world something, beautiful about Vietnam beyond just the war narrative.
Okay, this next part is quite the contrast. The teaser apparently shows this person later traveling a lot for art exhibitions, enjoying Tet celebrations.
Yeah.
Sounds quite successful. But it contrasts that sharply with the immense difficulties and hardships they faced right at the beginning of their journey.
Ah, okay. So the classic story success doesn't come easy.
Pretty much. It's that reminder that what we see on the surface often hides all the initial struggle.
Right. Makes the later success feel more earned, perhaps, knowing the backstory.
Definitely. Then there's this description of seeing some artwork.
The art connection again.
Yeah, and it's described so vividly, like two electrical currents meeting. A really powerful moment of connection.
Wow, that's quite an image.
And feeling like they encountered this completely Vietnamese beauty.
That's profound. It speaks to how art can just hit you on such a deep personal level, right? Like finding a piece of yourself reflected back.
Exactly. A moment of pure recognition, it sounds like.
It really highlights that link between personal identity and how we connect with creative expression.
And finally, there's this thought mentioned. Going after a dream towards a determined goal is never peaceful.
That's a sobering thought, but probably quite realistic.
Yeah, it suggests that challenges aren't like roadblocks necessarily, but maybe just part of the deal when you're aiming high.
It reframes the struggle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a sign of failure. It's just a process of achieving something meaningful. The effort itself shapes you.
So pulling it all together, this teaser, even though it's short, it touches on so much. That deep connection to national history.
And the dedication to culture, to art.
The sheer perseverance needed to get through those early hard times.
And yeah, that understanding that big goals, meaningful pursuits, they're just not meant to be easy.
Right. It really makes you think.
And maybe that's the takeaway thought for you listening.
Yeah.
How do your own passions, the things that drive you, connect with the bigger picture? Your history, your community, the world around you.
Yeah, and thinking about dedication, maybe even love.
Yeah.
In those broader terms, beyond just romance, to include, our connection to place, to culture, to the things we strive for.